Question 7 show that a plant with a cut leaf and round pollens is crossed with another one which is having the cut leaf but angular pollen. Okay, so this is the parental phenotype. Yeah, the parental phenotype. Okay, so after crossing that two parent, then they are producing the offspring, and this is the number of the offspring. Okay, so when they give us the number of the offspring, actually we can get the ratio here. All right, so based on the questions, cut leaf are dominant to the smooth leaf. Yeah, so cut leaf is dominant, so I will put a big C. All right, while smooth leaf is recessive, so we will put a small c. Then round pollen is dominant, so round pollen would be the dominant R. Then the angular pollen would be the recessive R. Okay, so by looking at this, then they are asking us to identify the genotype of the parent. Okay, so first thing first is, of course, we have to identify what type of question is this. Yeah, so we have the number. First thing first, we need to figure out what is the ratio. So to get the ratio, we will take the number divided by the smallest number here, which is 38. Yeah, 38 is the smallest number. Okay, so that's why, yes, we will take 120 divide by 38, and we will have around like 3.16, right? 3.16. So second one divided by 38. So it is 3.21. This one is 1, then 40 divided by 38. It will be 1.05. Okay, so the ratio is roughly 3 to 3 to 1 to 1. So again, when you see 3 to 3 to 1 to 1, well, we might suspect that this is a link gene. All right, so to figure out whether this is link gene or not, okay, well, over here, we don't have to do the cross anymore because why? Because the parental phenotype is already here. Yeah, parental phenotype is already here. So you can see this also. Yeah, cut leaf with the angular pollens. Yeah. So based on these, what we can predict is that the parental genotype, first one is cut leaf. That means that have at least a big C. And then round pollen have at least a big R. The rest, yeah, it can be dominant, it can be recessive. Yeah. So that means this is the first parent. Okay, then we cross with the second parent. Yeah, we cross with the second parent. Second parent is actually cut leaf. That means that it's also a big C. Okay, but angular pollen will means it is having the homozygous recessive. Okay, so this would be the parental genotype. So based on the parental genotype, now we can confirm that this is confirmed, not the link gene. Why? Because for link gene, right? If let's say it's a link gene, okay, it has to cross with the homozygous recessive individual. That means that they have to do a test cross first. They have to do a test cross, then only then they can have this type of ratio, 3 to 3 to 1 to 1, or 4 to 4 to 1 to 1, something, some ratio like that. Okay, so with that, obviously, this is confirmed not a link gene. Yeah, this is confirmed not a link gene, yeah, because obviously it is crossing with the individual, right, that is not homozygous recessive for both of the trait. Okay, so yeah, this one you can jot down, right, as a tips for you. Okay, so for a link gene, in order to get this type of ratio, it must always, yeah, it must always cross with the homozygous recessive individual or must do a test cross. Then only then they can get this. So obviously this one is not, right? This is not a test cross. So that's why we can now say that this ratio, yeah, is due to just a normal dihybrid cross. It's just a normal Mendel's model. Okay, so yeah, with that, we can confirm the question type now. Move this down first. Okay, so this is actually another question that is a normal Mendel's model. Okay, and it is looking at both. They are looking at two genes at the same time, so that's why we can confirm this is a dihybrid cross. Okay, and since this is normal dihybrid cross, so we'll solve this question using the type 1 method. Now we're using the type 1 method, find the genotype of the parent, find the possible gamete, and then do the cross. Okay, so now first thing first, the first step is we have the parent. Okay, so the parent, as we predict just now, it must be something like this. Okay, but we are not too sure. We are not too sure, yeah, whether this parent is heterozygous or it is a homozygous dominant. We are not too sure. Okay, but based on the phenotype, yeah, based on the phenotype that is listed here, now we can know, yeah, this is the possible genotype of the parent. Okay, so how to do that? Well, first thing first is, of course, we will have to find out the gamete first. Yeah, step one is finding the genotype of the parent. Second step is finding the gamete. Right, so that's why, yeah, find the gamete. Okay, so for the first parent, we are not sure. For the second parent, we are not so sure also. But based on this, right, based on this, the maximum number that this parent can produce, the maximum number of gamete that this parent can produce is basically either is 1, that means that if let's say it's homozygous dominant here for C and homozygous recessive for R, then that means that this parent can only produce one type of gamete, which is big C and small r. Okay, but we are not too sure yet. Okay, but if let's say this parent is let's say it is a heterozygous, if this parent heterozygous, okay, then that means that this parent is going to produce two type of gamete. Yeah, two type of gamete. Either it's a big C small r or a small c small r. It depends on the genotype now. Yeah, it depends on genotype. Okay, so same thing goes to here. We are not sure as well. Okay, so how to find the hint that from the questions that show us how to do that. Well, ratio again can help us. Yeah, the ratio, the phenotypic ratio again can help us. So the phenotypic ratio, 3 to 3 to 1 to 1, total number is 3 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1, total number is 8. Yeah, total number is 8. So that will mean what? That will mean that the total number here is 8. Yeah, the total number of the offspring is 8. Yeah, so if it's 8, then that will mean what? That means that the total gamete that can be produced by each of the parent would be either 4 times 2. Yeah, you 4 times 2, you get 8 also. It's the same. Okay, or 8 times 1. Yeah, 8 times 1. Then yeah, it will still get the 8. Okay, but based on what we can see here, it's impossible. None of the parent is going to produce 8 type of gamete one. Yeah, none of the parents going to produce 8 type of gamete. Then that will mean what? That will mean that it will be 4 gamete and 2 gamete. That means that one parent will produce 4 gamete and another parent is going to produce 2 gamete. Okay, so from what we can see here, this one is the one that maximum can produce only 2 gamete, right? Like what we discussed just now. So that's why, yes, we assume that this parent can produce 2 gamete. Okay, and we have to assume that this parent can produce 4 gamete. Then only then we will have the 8 here. Okay, so based on this concept, based on this theory, so now we can predict. Okay, so this is what we can do now. Based on this, okay, so the F1 generation here. Okay, so in order for these parent, yeah, in order for this parent to produce the 2 gamete, then that means what? That means that the genotype must be big C, small c, and small r, small r. Yeah, this parent must be, maybe let me draw out again, and let me fill in the blank. Yeah. So that means that this parent must be a small c, must be a heterozygous for C. Then only then they can produce big C, small r, 1 gamete, then small c, small r, 1 gamete. Only then, yes, you have 2 gamete here. Okay, so big C, small r, small c, small r. Okay, so next, in order for this parent to produce 4 type of gamete, right? So these two must be the heterozygous. Both C and R must be heterozygous. Then only then they can produce the 4 type of gamete. Okay, so that's why again we put small c here and small r here. Okay, then only then they can produce the 4 type of gamete: big C, big R, then big C, small r, then small c, big R, then small c, small r. Only then they can produce 4 types. Yeah, this is what we need. So that's why, yep, from here, you write that down. Big C, big R, then big C, small r, then small c, big R, and then small c, small r. So when we have the gamete ready, then we try to do the cross. Okay, so we will do the cross. Okay, so after done with the cross, that means that it's done already? Not yet. We have to check back because this is based on our prediction. Yeah, we predict that. Okay, so that's why, yes, we have to check back. Yeah, check the phenotypic ratio. Okay, so based on this, now we can see from here. Okay, first one is we need to find those that is cut leaf and round pollen. So cut leaf means that must have at least a big C. Okay, round pollen at least one big R. Okay, so we see how many are there. So at least one big C, one big R. Yeah, so we have 1, we have 2, we have 3. So there are 3 individual that is having the cut leaf and round pollen. So it tally with the ratio 3 here. Yeah, it tally with the ratio 3 here. Yeah, so it is right. Yes. So second, we look at that. Uh, those with the cut leaf and angular pollen. Cut leaf and angular pollen means that at least one big C and then 2 small r, because angular pollen is recessive. Yeah, it's recessive. Okay, so let's see how many are there. So I change to blue color. So at least one big C and 2 small r. At least one big C and 2 small r. At least one big C, 2 small r. So there are 3. So again, it tally with the ratio here. Then next, smooth leaf and round pollen. Smooth leaf and round pollen, yeah? So smooth leaf will means that it must be small c, small c. Okay, then round pollen means at least one big R. Okay, so for this one, we only see change to green color. Small c, one big R. So this is ratio 1. Yes, correct. All right, it tells you that. Then last one is, of course, the smooth leaf and the angular pollen. Smooth leaf and angular pollen, it means it is all homozygous recessive. Okay, so all homozygous recessive, there's only one here. So it tallies with the, with this ratio as well. So with that, now we can confirm, yes, these offspring that has been produced, it tally with the ratio that's shown here. It tally with the phenotypic ratio that's shown here. So with that, now we can confirm this is the genotype of the parent. Yeah, so that's why we will write that. Okay, so genotype of the parent would be, it would be the heterozygous, and also the heterozygous for C and homozygous recessive for R. So that would be the final answer.